Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, Spiderhead. I'm excited. Netflix film, Chris Hemsworth, Miles Tellers. It's in a near future world where convicts are offered to shorten their sentence if they try some experimental drug, and this one drug is capable of generating feelings of love, begins questioning the reality of his emotions. Whatever. Bad news, 5.4 on IMDb. It's kind of low for having those two guys in it. 2,074 people rated it so far. As I mentioned, Chris Hemsworth, Miles Teller, Jurnee, Smollett. I think I've seen her before. Otherwise, I don't recognize anybody, but that's good enough. It's funny. I watch TikTok, right? And I saw this video of like everybody likes Miles Teller because of the new Top Gun, right? And I'm like, I've liked Miles Teller for a while. And a girl posted, I've liked him since Footloose, the remake of Footloose. And I was like, I did like him in that. He was Wilbur. I liked him a lot. There's a dance move he makes, not the dance scene he does with Kevin Bacon's character at the dance when he's in the school. It's by a locker. That was an awesome dance. But then I thought to myself when I saw that video, I know I'm going in way too deep, I remember him in the movie 21 and Over, and that's where I thought that's where I found Miles Teller, was in that movie. I'm wrong, because Footloose came out in 2011, 21 and Over came in 2013. I swear, and I know these things, but I'm wrong. I swear Footloose came out after I found him in 21 and Over. But I'm wrong. I am wrong. I mean, there's other movies, Spectacular Now. I remember him in that. I remember, like, he's one of the guys back in the day from 2011 or before that I will look for him. And if he's in a movie, I'll watch it. Doesn't matter what it is. I like him that much. Prior to Top Gun. Now, I've seen Top Gun in a movie. I'm not going to go down there because I saw it in the movie theater. When it comes out on digital, I'll give you a full review. Still love Miles Teller. And I thought he was great in that movie. But there you go. I'm excited about this because Miles Teller is in it. He's been in a lot of good things. If you haven't seen him yet, where you've been sleeping, I'm sure you know who he is. And Chris Hemsworth, the store, right? So, could be good. I'm excited. Low marks. Hour and 47 minutes long. I've wasted enough of your time. Let's get into it. I'll be back. Hey everybody, I want to do a quick check-in here. We're watching Spiderhead. We're at the 55-minute, 10-second mark. We're just a little over halfway, 52 minutes left, right? So far, so good. Very entertaining. Cool, interesting concept. Chris Hemsworth is basically like seems like a pharmaceutical doctor. He's invented these drugs that you can change people's emotions. You can make them love, you can make them in pain, you can make them laugh, all that kind of stuff, right? That's all we see really, and the packs are on their back there, and he like does it right from his phone. So he's doing these experiments on prisoners to see the impacts, obviously, so that he can take it to market at some point. So all these people live in this facility, but it's like they're in jail, but it's like on a remote island somewhere. You don't know what everybody's done, but they're all there for a reason, and he's doing all these experiments. They don't really say about a shortened term or anything like that. That was from IMDb. That hasn't come up yet, but you know, it's a little bit more lenient than it would be in prison. They dress in normal clothes. They have better sleeping areas. They have a common area, all that kind of stuff. So, so that's part of the draw, I guess, to this. But he's trying to figure something out, and we really don't know. Now, Miles Teller is like his #1, you know, study guy. So they're doing it to a couple of different prisoners. Doesn't seem like all of them, but a handful of them. But he's the one who's been participating in the most, and they have this relationship where it's kind of like an open door policy where they can go back and forth. But he's trying to figure out what's really going on. And also, he's in love with one of the girls that are there. That's Smollett, whatever her first name was. But you know, so they have that side plot going on as well. So we don't know really what Chris Hemsworth is really up to besides testing these drugs. And you know, we're finding out a little bit more about Miles Teller, his backstory, but nobody else really. So, but it's interesting. I like it. So we'll see. doesn't have that opportunity to be funny, because I think Miles Teller is funny when given the opportunity. That's not in here just yet. I mean, it's not his type of humor. But so yeah, it's a little disappointing, but I get it. It's not supposed to be a comedy. It's supposed to be a drama. So all right, that's it. I'll get back to it, see where it goes. I'll be back. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of Spiderhead, and I'll say I don't understand the 5.2 rating. You know, I don't get it. I mean, it's not, maybe it's not realistic, I guess. I didn't really like Chris Hemsworth in his character, but it shows his range. Like, he's just not a meathead, you know what I mean? Like, so I thought that was pretty good. You know, but otherwise, you know, and that's okay if I don't like his character, but I don't think you're supposed to. I think that's the point of it. But anyway, I don't see why people. I didn't read any reviews to see why nobody liked it. I mean, it's fun, it's original, it's you know, far-fetched and you know, that kind of thing. But still, not sure I understand it. So we know what's going on, and Chris Hemsworth's got these drugs that make you do all these crazy kind of things, and he's experimenting on people. Now, I will say, you know, so I think maybe, you know, the whole conclusion, you know, when we come to try and find out what's going on, you know, I think that could have went in many different directions. I'm not crazy about the direction they went. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. You know, the final pieces of it all coming together. I can see that, but I don't know. I don't feel like that was that important to me. You know, like in a lot of movies, that's super important. You want to, you know, it's, oh man, I can't wait to see how this is going to end. I didn't get that. I didn't get that feeling like, oh, how's it going to end? And I didn't really care. You know, I mean, I think I shouldn't say not how it's going to end, but the reason on how it's going to end. You know what I mean? Like, what is Chris Hemsworth's motivation for doing what he's doing to these people, right? That piece, take it or leave it, for me. Now, I think what's going to happen to the characters, that I'm more interested in, and I'm fine with what happened. I'm not crazy about the motivation or the reason that they, you know, that brings it all together, but not enough to lower my score below a 6. You know, I like it. I thought it was a 7 or a 6 because it's new and it's on Netflix and it's got 2 good actors in it. You know, so I like to see Miles Teller funnier, but I enjoy seeing him. I like Chris Hemsworth changing the type of role that he plays, and it was a fresh kind of movie. So I'm a 7 or a 6er on this one, 76er. Definitely not a 5 for me. I don't know why people are hating on it, but there you go. For me, from my point of view, which is probably worth nothing, it's worth to see. I mean, you're gonna watch it anyway. I mean, if you like good actors, and if you have Netflix, you're probably going to check this out. So, alright. That's it. I don't know if I was helpful or not, but I appreciate you tuning in. Kimmel's Irish Pub.